I think it's probably time to talk about it. I mean, I was very obviously not in a good headspace when I did my 10 million subscriber video a couple of years back now, I guess it was. And over the last little bit, I've been experimenting with some different mood altering pharmaceutical strategies. And I appear to be receiving a call, or is that coming in through my
I think
headphones?
that was coming in through your headphones. I was receiving a
Okay,
call.
cool. All right. So, yeah, I've been trying a couple of strategies lately. And when you're weaning on and weaning off of these kinds of mood altering medications, it can be very, you might not even feel like there's anything different. You might not even feel like there's anything wrong, but you can be a little off. And I think I've been a little off for quite a while here. And so, it's not an excuse, but, I realized it was really a problem when I went off on a YouTube employee who happens to work on the mobile creator studio app team. Basically, I said something along the lines of, I had a call with you guys 18 months ago where I walked through a lot of the issues with the changes that you guys kind of suddenly started making after ignoring this app for a very long time. So I kind of walked through some of the issues with the changes you were making, some of the issues that have existed for a long time that you guys are not fixing. And I feel like it's been completely ignored. And here are two more things that are either broken right now or that you appear to have intentionally broken. And I basically flew off the handle. I am very frustrated, but what I realized is that while my frustration is justified, the way that I am reacting to it is not justified.
Right.
So it's been a bit of a ride lately. I'm going to be honest with
the
you.
people from the machine a little bit.
Yeah. And easily offended millennial over in Twitch chats. Yeah, the doctors treat you like a guinea pig. Well, yeah, because you guys got to understand that these kinds of blockers, or whether it's a blocker or whether it's a supplement, it is a highly experimental process to find something that works for the individual, because everyone's body chemistry is a little different, which is just another way of saying, hey, everybody's an individual, we're all different, right? So yeah, it can be very challenging. So the thing that I was really upset about with the Creator Studio app, I have since uninstalled it, because what I realized is that it's honestly just causing me grief to use a tool that it feels like every couple of months gets worse, and the problems with it don't become better. And so why do I keep looking at it? Maybe it's just not healthy to be looking at the stats this often anyway. So I'm just going to switch to using the desktop Creator Studio. But the recent change that made me extremely angry was that they removed the subscriber change over the last 28 days from the homepage of the dashboard and replaced it with your memberships change. And it's like, hey, can you guys please stop taking useful information that I need and hiding it away behind useless information that I don't need, which has been an ongoing pattern. I used to be able to see the likes and dislike counts for a video just in the content menu as I was scrolling by. So I could see hey, how's sentiment doing on the last few videos, just kind of at a glance. And now to find the dislike count, I kid you not, you have to click on the video, click over onto analytics, then you have to go to engagement, I think it is. It's either engagement or audience. Engagement, I think. Then you can see the ratio. So then you can multitask, open up your YouTube viewer app, navigate to that video, or I think from within the analytics, you can go back to that content and open it up in the YouTube player app from there. So either way, it's two actions. Then you can see the like count. So then you can open up your calculator, calculate it, and then you can finally get it. It's like this 9-10 step process when I just want to know what the sentiment is like on this video. So they just keep hiding things away. And it's this slow and steady march towards reducing our access to the data that I feel like we need to help us do our jobs, and adding features that are not not useful from my point of view anyway.
Fair enough.
So I was really frustrated, and it's little things like YouTube has been eroding and eroding and eroding the data transparency of this platform the entire time that I've been on it, and they've been eroding and eroding and eroding creator control the entire time that I've been on it. And the fact that other creators aren't as frustrated as me is in itself really frustrating. Like, why wasn't there absolute outrage when YouTube threatened Social Blade with legal action for holding more than 24 months of creator stats live on their site? You used to be able to go and find any channel and chart its rise and fall. And then you could go onto the channel and you could look at, okay, what was the style of content when they started to decline? Like, you could look and you could see big trends on the platform, like the rise and fall of pranks, for example. And you could track this, and you could make decisions about how you want to run your business. And instead, they are hiding that away. They're hiding exact subscribe counts. This is great. Who is this on Twitch chat? They hid estimated monetized playbacks from immediate view in the revenue tab. So you can see the way that the tide is going. And I went off on someone who's not controlling it, to be honest with you. I think that this individual controls some of the things that I was upset about, but they certainly don't control all of them. The overall direction of the platform to be, I think, really just more revenue focused and less YouTube, is just very clear. And so I got really angry, not because it was so much work for me to go and see what the net subscriber change on my channel was in the last 28 days. I got so angry because the thing that what it was replaced with was this memberships stat that most people do not heavily use, but I can see the direction that we're going. And I'm just so angry that we can't, clearly the writing is on the wall for subscribing to a channel in general. It already is just, what they might call an indicator, or a marker. It's just a data point. It's not actually a subscription.
Yeah. The bell helps. The bell's kind of the actual new subscription.
Yes, the issue with the bell is that actually getting a notification every time a channel does anything
is much.
Not necessarily the best.
Yeah.
And that might sound crazy coming from a YouTube creator. Like, you would think, right, that obviously I would just want you to immediately drop everything you're doing and look at what I've done the second that it drops. But a notification in real time is not necessarily the best solution. Do you have any idea how few people actually click those notifications and immediately interact with the content?
Oh, it's probably tiny. I
want you to guess. Take a shot at it.
15%
of the people who get it? That's your guess?
That's the shot I'm taking. I have no idea at all.
Okay. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, so here's a video called I Want to Love Apple, but They're Making It Hard. It has 2.6 million views from 2.1 million unique viewers. Okay, there were 974,000 bell notifications sent.
Wow.
We got, and I kid you not, here it is, 11,500 views from bell notifications.
To be fair, I use bell notifications, but I don't watch YouTube on my phone. So I'll get a notification for a channel. Especially, I will mostly bell notify on channels that upload extremely infrequently. Because I find that, if I don't click on one of their videos, they're just gone forever. So I want to know when one of their videos come through. But I'll see the notification come in, and then I'll bring it up on my computer. So that wouldn't count as a bell notification thing, I don't think. It's really
I suspect most people are not disciplined enough to see a bell notification and then remember to go look at it later. And that's a big part of the reason that Google has shifted from emphasizing subscribe and ring the bell to not. And here's the really scary part of that is if you're one of those people who has the bell rung, right? and you get that notification and you don't engage with it, or you engage with it for 5 seconds and you're like, oh, I'm at my bus stop, I gotta go, and you close it and you abandon it, that is actually a much stronger indicator for the platform that this is bad content that is going to affect the way that it gets served to the other.
Oh, like that individual video, because they're like, oh, your hardcores don't even want to watch it. Oh, wow.
It's going to make it less likely that I'm going to get to be served to other people. The bell notification is like, so here's the thing. I get it. I get why subscriptions have become the way that they have, because it's clear that the recommendation algorithm is so much more powerful and is clearly a better user experience, or at least a growing user experience compared to the old way. But I don't feel like it has to be replaced with memberships. It's just very obvious that instead of YouTube being willing to lead and have its own identity as YouTube, it's just looking at other platforms, whether it's Twitter with their super follows, or whether it's Twitch with their emphasis on live gaming, or whether it's TikTok with short form video. YouTube's just a copycat at this point. What's the last thing YouTube has done that has been a clear differentiating move that has demonstrated leadership in the online video space? Tell me something.
Yeah, I mean, I can't think of anything. They
well,
like
I hear from the
initialized all of it. Yeah, sure. I doubt they're going to be able to say anything either.
Tell me something YouTube has innovated, guys. And so that's why I'm so frustrated. I rely on this platform. And you know what? Maybe our relationship is not perfect, but I think there's a part of me that loves it, right? Like, it has changed my life, and I believe the world, for the better. So, guys, can we stop it up, please? And so, yeah, I got real passionate about it. I got really angry because I saw, basically, like, I couldn't even read comments. It was completely bugged on my device or my account. I don't know what the issue was, but I could only see like 6 or 7 comments on a video. I had to go out to the player app for that. 18 months ago, I said, hey, there's still no way to see any kinds of stats or interact with people for stories in the Creator Studio app. I shouldn't have to go to the viewer app to create. That doesn't make sense. And they were like, oh, yeah, this is like great feedback. And then they sat and did nothing, removed the ability to meaningfully compare data period over period. Now all I have is this like, oh, this is how good it is compared to normal. Even though I showed them, I used actual data from my own channel when I had a 6-month decline where everyone, partner manager, other contacts that I have at YouTube, my dashboard were like, this is normal, this is normal, this is normal, because it's this rolling, it looks at your rolling average over the last little bit. And so if you're down 10% a month for 6 months, you could be down 60% with it telling you it's normal the whole time. And I'm like, no, this is not useful. I need to be able to track period over period so I can see how things are going. And it's like, it's this constant march towards feeling better. And I'm like, you know what? My mental health is not better when you tell me everything is good and everyone likes your videos. And then people stop watching them. And all of a sudden I'm not making a living anymore. That's not going to be good for anyone's mental health. Oh man, now I'm going off on it again.
I was going to say, I think you're starting to pop off. There was some examples that came up in Flowplane chat that I don't 100% know if they're legit or not, but chapters.
Sure.
The one that someone brought up.
Yeah, chapters are restoring functionality they broke 9 years ago. We used to have annotations. We used to have annotations, so you can actually create we used to do it. Remember?
It's just a new version.
We'd create
of that,
like a DVD menu screen with chapters. Now the current implementation is better, but my God, that shouldn't have taken 8 years.
And then a fun, spicy one that I'll just throw out there is removing the dislike button. That was innovation, dude. Sometimes innovation is taking things away. Okay.
That's following again. All they did was follow other platforms that don't have dislikes.
Yeah.
Floatplane chat, guys, you guys are going to start getting timeouts if you're going to keep talking about vaccine crap. Just cut it out.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. So I'm frustrated. And people are like, oh, millionaire problems. Yeah, they're millionaire problems for people who have 65 mouths to feed. I can't have my tools. Like, imagine you're a trades worker, right? Okay. And every day you leave the job site, the homeowner comes and moves your tools around or like breaks them. I'm just trying to do my job.
Or
right?
just randomly like adds a restriction. You can't use this tool anymore. You're not allowed
or
to use
you
this
can
tool
use
anymore.
it, but you have to do a special dance before you use it that takes 30 seconds.
Yeah. You can only use nails that you purchased within the last 12 months. Any nails that are over 12 months old are not allowed to be used.
So yeah, I was really frustrated and I was really angry, but how angry I was and how I acted really opened my eyes to how I have not been level-headed.
Thanks for watching, and thanks to Secret Lab for sponsoring this week's clips. Secret Lab chairs are engineered to keep you comfy, and with up to 5 years of warranty and a 49-day return policy, you're covered if anything goes wrong. Head to the link in the description to get your Secret Lab chair today.